Today, on International Day of the Plant Health 2026, we gather under the theme of plant biosecurity for food security. Today, we recognize more than ever the system-wide implication of plant health and its impact on global food security and resilient agri-food systems. Plants form the backbone of the agri-food system, providing most of the food consumed globally and underpinning rural livelihood and nutrition. By 2050, we will need to produce 6% more food to feed a global population approaching 10 billion. Yet, even as we strive to increase the production, we are losing up to 40% of global agricultural crops to plant pests and disease each year. Undermining food availability, food accessibility, and food affordability, hitting most vulnerable farming communities the hardest. Plant health is not an isolated technical concern. It is inseparable from the food security, environmental sustainability, and economic resilience. This year's theme highlights the critical link between the plant biosecurity and food security, which is the foundation of peace and stability and the sustainable development goals.
What are the technologies used in inspection and quarantine today?
Significant progress has been made to develop new technology to be used for protecting the health of plants. That can be at the lab level, where different technology has been developed for the diagnosis and identification of plant pests and diseases, and can be also at the level of the inspection and sampling. Visual inspection, although has been the oldest way that humans are used to prevent the spread and make sure that the commodities allowed to enter into a country is free from pests, but recently humans has developed other tools, including image analysis, AI analysis for the images, and also the sniffer dogs. Sniffer dogs, the dog has always been a friend of the humans. Now, dogs are trained to sniff the traveler's luggage and make sure that none of the traveler is carrying any of the restricted items. They are not allowed to carry any fresh fruits and vegetables, because any fresh fruit or just vegetables can represent a threat and can have a risk of pests. This technology has been used now in many of the airports in the world and has been used also to identify and diagnose some of the plant pests in the field, like the Rhynchophorus or the red palm weevil. Now also one of the very good and modern technology is the spectrum image analysis. The idea is that plants that are stressed by pests, usually they emit different light spectrum, invisible light. Some cameras is able to capture this spectrum, and by doing some analysis on the computer, we can understand the health status of these fruits and vegetables. We can know if they have any pest that has stressed them or attacked them. This technology is helping plant health inspectors to understand about the health status of this commodity and prevent the spread of plant pests and diseases.
How can travelers and importers help in preventing the spread of pests across borders?
Pests can be introduced to any country through two main pathways: natural pathways and man-made pathways. Unfortunately, the man-made pathways are more dangerous, more serious, mainly through the travelers and the trade. That means any traveler, any trader, they have more responsibility to protect the natural resources and agriculture resources in the importing country. They have to comply with the requirement of the importing country. Any violation to the requirement will end by putting the agricultural resources in risk.
How can individual experience contribute to strengthen plant health community?
Every individual experience would really make a difference in plant health system because they blend together the practical and technical knowledge. And it's very important to have this blend to understand the technical part as well as the regulation and the regulatory part. I consider myself very lucky because in the beginning of my career, I have started as a technical person, as an inspector, and this helped me see a different perspective. So understanding and getting different perspective to work together will build definitely a stronger plant health system. I was also lucky to be a member in setting international standards. This helped me see on a global level how a standard is and on a national level how this can be applied and how capacity would differ to comply with different international obligations. This contributed very much to my current career where I can diagnose the real problems and gaps in the phytosanitary system and help governments overcome them and build a more strong phytosanitary system. So I would say every single experience counts, and collaborating and getting them together is a very successful way of building a strong and resilient phytosanitary system.
I'm very proud of being a part of the plant health community. I think developing my expertise in plant health was one of the main motivations for me to get more experience in different sectors. Plant health is an area where you need to integrate information and knowledge from different sectors. It's interdisciplinary, so you need to understand about microbiology, bacteriology, plant physiology, and even the trade. It's not easy for someone to be a plant health specialist. In my case, I was really blessed that I was able to gain experience from different sectors, starting from research, passing through policy advising, then working with the private sector, which have a vast experience in inspection, then working with international organizations and understanding the more comprehensive view of the plant health. I think for my advice for anyone working in the plant health is that you need to get experience in different things. Don't say that I'm not working with trade, I'm not working with the lab. Be sure that having information about the lab technology, having information about the trade system will help you being a good plant health specialist.
What message would you like to share with agriculture professionals and farmers?
The message I want to share with young professionals and farmers is that your role is very vital. And it's not only vital for securing your jobs, but it's vital for humanity, for this generation and for the coming generations as well. And what I always used to say to young professionals when I was training them at a point in my career is that it's very important to know that your role is not less important than soldiers. They are protecting the lands from invasions, and you are as well. Pest knows no border, and what you're doing now is of a great importance.
What advice would you give to countries working to strengthen plant health system?
My advice for the NPPOs in any country: human factor is the core. Invest in your people. Nothing is equal to the experience that the human can have in plant health. If you would like really to develop your phytosanitary system, think about training, giving knowledge to the inspectors and the specialists. No one tool, no one system, nothing can be as important as investing in training of the plant health inspectors and plant health specialists. So my advice is that give that much attention, give that much resources. This is the most important component of your plant health system.
Plant protection is a shared responsibility, so awareness can help maintain that.
It all starts with plants. Human history started when human was able to grow plants. Protecting plants is protecting our civilization.
So, after hearing all of these voices and perspectives, one message can become true. Plant health concerns all of us, and raising awareness can help protecting tomorrow. Happy International Day of Plant Health.